Hello everyone. So I know I haven't made a video in like months, like crazy amount of months, but obviously I'm in college, so there's no time to do anything. Just a little update. My freshman year, got a job, which is awesome, made Dean's List, got into the honors program, which is super cool. And the past month, I've been applying to the Disney College program. Woo! Everyone is applying, and I think there's like 20,000 applicants or something like that this year. So I applied originally on February 6th, the very first day that applications opened up. You have an initial application which just asks you for your basic information, where you've worked, just a little bit of information about you, where you live, that type of stuff. And then you get an email a week or a day, hours later. I got mine hours later saying I got accepted to do the web-based interview. I was like, oh my gosh, literally 45 minutes later I got this email asking me to complete this interview. So I was freaking out because I was so excited because I've been wanting to do this literally since I was a baby, since I first found out that they had a college program. So that was good. Freaking out, so excited. So when you do the web-based interview, make sure you sit down and take some time to do it. It's going to take you about 30 minutes. About that, that's what it took me. Some of the questions are timed. Some of them are not, but towards the end, they're really timed. Like, you have like 10 to 15 seconds to complete a question, and it's really like right off your head, like what you think, how you feel. Like, you literally have no time to think about anything. So make sure when you're doing the web-based interview to read the question completely. Make sure you understand the question. Yes, you don't have very much time to do that, but make sure you read it completely. Also, answer how you feel. Make sure you answer how you feel, but also make sure you answer how you think they want to hear. So you kind of need to mix it up a little bit. I don't really remember some of the questions, but it basically asks what type of person you are, what type of work situation you like. Would you like to work in groups? Are you fast-paced worker? Are you positive? Are you negative? That type of stuff. Biggest thing, make sure you read the question completely. I can't stress that enough. So after the web-based interview, you find out immediately if you're put through to the phone interview. The holy phone interview, which is the biggest part of the Disney College program application. And I finished the web-based interview that day. So I made my interview for the phone interview for the 10th at 11 a.m. The biggest thing I can tell you is read blogs, go on Tumblr, go on Pinterest, go on everything, to make sure that you are ready for this. Make sure you know the one answer, the utmost important question, which is, why do you want to work for the Disney College program? Why do you want to do this? Why do you want to work for Disney? So I don't really remember my answer because it was just a blur, honestly. It was a really good phone interview. I had Trisha, her name is Trisha, and my phone interview lasted 22 minutes and 20 seconds. It could last between 10 to 30. And also, my time was at 11 o'clock. You have 15 minutes before and 15 minutes after your scheduled time that they can call. Don't freak out. They will call you. My interviewer called me at 11:12. I had 3 minutes to spare before I went absolutely insane. So they will call you. I promise. Do not freak out. Sit in your room. I was in my dorm room, and I made sure that all of my roommates were out, and I was in the corner listening to Disney music, dancing around to try and calm myself down. So make sure you just have your papers. I made PowerPoints for myself, just like saying smile through the phone. They can definitely hear you smiling because a lot of times you giggle when you smile. That's what I do at least. So make sure you smile through the phone. Also, don't say is probably the worst thing you could say, because then it's like you don't know what you're talking about. So make sure that you don't say and you smile through the phone. Also, definitely prepare look online and see what top three of your choices would be to work for Disney. Do research on them, see what they entail. Also have a reason as to why you want to do it. My top three were hospitality, concierge, and character attendant. Hospitality is working front desk, which I do now because I work for the Hilton Back Bay in Boston. Concierge is like helping guests with dinner plans or giving them directions, finding car rentals for them. The third one is character attendant, which you walk around the parks in the heat of the summer, because I got fall advantage. Woo, fall advantage. Heat of the summer, walk around with the characters, and you always see someone with the character, that's the character attendant. You would be a character attendant. So they didn't really ask me too many hospitality-based questions. They asked me, how am I in an emergency situation? I said, calm, cool, and collected. That's probably the best thing, and use soft words. Don't use words that you think could upset the guests, because you have to remember that they're at Disney World and no one wants to be upset at Disney World. No one wants to be stressed. So use soft words and use your words wisely. She asked me a concierge, can't speak today, a concierge question, which was, you're at concierge and you have a family who wants to go to the beach, but they need assistance. What type of questions would you ask them in order to help them? So make sure you think about those questions. They can be obvious, but if you go a little bit more in depth, they'll definitely appreciate that. Like, you have to think about the family, how old the kids are, that type of thing. And then she also asked me why I wanted to be a character attendant, and also what is one memory that I've had with a character. And I told her that when I was little, I'm still obsessed. I have Ariel sheets when I'm in college. That Ariel told me when I was like 5 years old that we're going to be best friends, and that she's been waiting to meet me her whole life. So we're still best friends, everyone. But that's the last character attendant question that she had. She also asked me, because she saw that I had preference in lifeguarding, so she asked me if I'm proficient in swimming, which I am. So that was that. But my actual role, I got fall advantage, I leave May 19th, is merchandise. So I literally could be working in a park, I could be working in a resort, I could be working in downtown Disney, literally anywhere. And I know you're going to want one specific role, but if you get into Disney and you get custodial or you get hospitality or you get concierge or merchandise, you're working for the best company in the world. So there's no reason for you to be upset, because every part of it is super important. Whether you're picking up trash, talking to guests, it's all about guest interaction and keeping positive. So I think that's about it. Application, take your time, read your stuff over. Web-based interview, give them what you feel and also what you think they want to hear. Only a little bit of that, though. You really do want to show your personality through the web-based interview, even though it's really hard. And then finally, the phone interview. And you need to prepare for this. Make sure you don't schedule it for the day after your web-based interview. And this is for next semester, because I'm almost positive applications have already closed for fall and fall advantage for 2014. So make sure you study. I'll probably put a link below down there, which is my PowerPoint that I used, or the blogs that I use, and I'll definitely credit them. But make sure you study for the web-based interview. Like, that's probably the biggest and scariest but most exciting interview that you could have for college. So yeah, that's about it. I'll probably keep updating you as time gets closer to my departure date, which is I think it's in like 74 days, 75 days. Woo, so excited. Now I'm roommate searching, which is super cool. And also, when you get to Disney, apparently you don't find out where you work or where you're living until you get there. So that's a little frustrating, but go to Disney, everyone. So, woo, time to celebrate. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed my blog. I hope this gave you a little bit of insight onto the process, what I'm doing, and I'm really sorry that I haven't made a video, especially me singing, but soon more will be coming. More will be coming, and I can promise you that. Alright, bye everyone, have a magical day.